Verse 17. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the YAHUAH whom we serve is able to save us. YAHUAH will rescue us from your power. Now they are not testing, they are not telling Nebuchadnezzar that your power is nothing. Our Abba YAHUAH that we serve faithfully will rescue us from your own power. Because he said he wants to see the power that will rescue them. Then they are now responding to him. He said, YAHUAH whom we serve will rescue us from your power. Say, YAHUAH will rescue us from your power, your majesty. Verse 18. But even if YAHUAH does not rescue us, we want to make it clear to you, your majesty, that we will never serve your deity or worship your goat statue idol you have set up. Say, we will never. That is the life of Amunah that never compromise. Nebuchadnezzar has programmed death in front of them. They are looking at death in their eyes. They are seeing death in their eyes at the end of the day. When you see death in your eyes like this, that this is death, will you compromise? Will you compromise on the truth that you believe? Will you compromise on the trust in YAHUAH? Will your trust in YAHUAH fade? Will your hope in YAHUAH disappear when you see death? They say, oh Nebuchadnezzar, we will never bow. The YAHUAH who we serve will rescue us. But even though YAHUAH did not rescue us, we still will not bow. And this is what happened at the end of time, or the tribulation time, when the images were set up. And anybody that did not bow to those images were killed. They killed them all. You can read for yourself Shazayon, which they translate to Revelation chapter 7. Read from verse 1 to the end, and you will see. You can, for you to get this exact story, just read from verse 9 to verse 14. But if you want to read the full chapter, you can read it all. Do not forsake the command that YAHUAH has given to you. Don't forsake it because somebody is threatening your life. YAHUAH is the creator of your life. He will rescue you when there's danger in your pathway. But when you compromise that life, you will still lose that life. If Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego goes, oh, because of the fire that they are setting up, they want to take our life. Let us bow down and just let us done away with. They will still lose that their life. The scripture say, he said, he that gives his life will find his life back. That he that want to save his life will lose that life. Yes, this is just it. So that Rabbi YAHUAH about. He said, Nebuchadnezzar was so furious with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that his face became distorted with rage. He commanded that the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than usual. Then he ordered some of the strongest men of his army to bind Ananiah, which is translated to Shadrach, and Mishael, which is Meshach, and Azariah, which is Abednego, and throw them in the blazing furnace. And I bind them because he flew with rage that how can you say they want to you have somebody that will rescue you guys from my power. He was now enraged. He now threw them. Verse 21. So they tied them up and threw them in the furnace, fully dressed in their pants, turban, robes, and other garments. And because the king in his anger had demanded such a hot fire in the furnace, the flame killed the soldiers as they threw the 3 men in. So Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, securely tied, fell into the roaring flame. Securely tied, they fell into the roaring flame. But suddenly Nebuchadnezzar jumped up in amazement and claimed, he said, and exclaimed to his advisors, did we not tie up 3 men? This is the time now the ultimate power is about to work out. If you can endure, the scripture says, he that endureth to the end will be saved. Say, if you endure to the end, you will be saved. He that endureth to the end. And which is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they endure to the end, even with the threatening of Nebuchadnezzar, that they should put more flame on the furnace, so that it will be 7 times hotter. 7 times hotter, because he's not angry. Even the soldiers that threw them into the fire, all of them died. The fire burned them even before they got to the face of the fire. His own men were killed with the same fire that was set to kill these 3 set apart children of YAHUAH. That same fire killed his own men. That's to tell you the flame of that fire. So that Rabbi YAHUAH was about. But suddenly Nebuchadnezzar jumped up in amazement and exclaimed to his advisor, did we not tie up 3 men and throw them to the furnace? Yes, your majesty, we certainly did, they replied. Look, Nebuchadnezzar shouted, I see 4 men unbound, walking around in the fire unharmed, and the fourth man that we did not throw in, that showed up on the fire, which is the 4th man, looks like the son of the mighty one, which is YAHUAH. It looked like the son of YAHUAH, the creator of life. Seriously, the power that is challenging is about to show him the importance of the ultimate power now. He challenged the power, that which power will rescue them. He said, then Nebuchadnezzar came as close as he could to the door of the flaming furnace. He shouted, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servant of the Most High YAHUAH, are you going to be living your life? See, let me tell you something. Your life must project about YAHUAH. This is it. They endured to the end and they were saved. Yahushua HaMashiach said, if you endure, they that endured to the end will be saved. They endured. They did not compromise. They did not compromise when the threat was much. When they were intensifying the furnace with more heat, they did not compromise. They said, if we want to die, let us die. What is the use of this life when you are not obedient to YAHUAH's command? YAHUAH has given his command. He said you must not. It's not something that you can beat around, or maybe you can find a way out. No, he said you must not bow down to any image. No image at all. And when you are obedient to YAHUAH, there's going to be a protection upon your life. Yes. And the power that Nebuchadnezzar was challenging, that he wanted to see the power that will rescue them from his own power, that power now showed up, because that's the ultimate power. The ultimate command. The YAHUAH for life gave his own command. Then the man gave his own command that they should bow down to his image. YAHUAH said, do not carve any image and do not bow down to any image. A man said, he carved that image and he said everybody should bow down to that image. That anybody that does not bow down to the image will die. Who will you obey? This is it. Who will you obey? In life today, a lot of people, when they face challenge, they give up so soon. They compromise. They will just compromise. Let me just do it. This is the only chance that I have to survive. No. Don't think in that direction. When you focus on YAHUAH's daba, his commandment, YAHUAH will make a way where there seems to be no way. Where there seems to be no way, YAHUAH will make a way for you. Trust in YAHUAH. Trust in YAHUAH. Trust in YAHUAH. Let your hope come alive only in YAHUAH. Trust in YAHUAH. YAHUAH will make a way for you. Do not give up. Yes. Just at the end of the day, the time that they're about to throw them into the fire, they still have time. Okay, we give up. We will pass so that this matter will pass. Say, he that endures to the end will be saved. And anybody that that want to keep his life will lose it. That's what the scripture said. But when you lost your life for the scripture's sake, you will find it. You will be saved. When you lost your life for the daba, for the commandment of Yahuwah, you will be saved. So focus on what matters. What really matters. Focus on that. Verse 26. Then Nebuchadnezzar came as close as he could. He came as close as he could to the door of the flaming furnace and shouted, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, servant of the Most High YAHUAH, come out, come here. So Ananiah, which is Shadrach, and Mishael, which is Meshach, and Azariah, which is Abednego, stepped out of the fire. Then the high officials, governors, and advisors crowded around them and saw that the fire had not touched them. Not a hair in their head was signed, and their clothing was not scorched. They did not even smell of smoke. This is the ultimate power protection. This is the protection of Abba YAHUAH. When you are obedient to YAHUAH, they said even their clothes the fullness that killed the soldier did not burn their clothes. Did not, and it could not. The smoke of the fire is not smelling in their body. No. The only thing that the fire affected in their body was the rope that they used in tying them. It's only the rope that they used in tying them to throw them in the bondage, in the fire, in the burning furnace. That's the rope that cut off and they were free. Inside the fire, they were free. YAHUAH is the creator of the fire. YAHUAH created the fire, and that fire YAHUAH can turn into AC when you are in it at the end of the day. The creator of life. Trust in YAHUAH. Trust in YAHUAH. Do not give up. Do not compromise because of the situation that you are seeing presently. Do not compromise. Do not focus on YAHUAH only, and you will see the miraculous activities of YAHUAH upon your life. If they gave up, we will not have this testimony today of these three great men. Verse 28. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, all yada to the YAHUAH of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He sent his malak, which the malak is what they translate to angel, to the Rabbi YAHUAH. He sent his malak to rescue his servants who trusted in him. You see, it's the trust that matters. Do you trust in YAHUAH's daba that he said, do not bow down to any image? Then Nebuchadnezzar said, all yada to the YAHUAH of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He sent his malak, which they translate to angel, to rescue his servants who trusted in him. They defied the king's command and were willing to die rather than serve or worship idol except their own YAHUAH. So they were willing to die. What is your conviction to the truth of YAHUAH that he has given to you? What is your conviction? What is your conviction? What is it? Will you compromise because of the challenges that you are seeing with your eyes? You compromise and give up the truth that you have today? Or will you stick to the truth? May I die with the truth. Me personally, I die with the truth. This is my life now. Nothing can change me. Nothing can make me to go back to the life that I used to live. That's the life of failure. In this life, there is no failure. Never. We don't see failure as failure. We see failure in this very present life that we are now. In the path of truth, we see failure as an opportunity to make more progress. Yes, we don't see failure as what the worldly people say, oh, failure, everything is failing. No, it is the will of YAHUAH that we see. When people see failure, we see the will of YAHUAH. That means it's the will of YAHUAH that this will not happen at this time. That is what we see. You see? So at the end of the day, look at what these great men brought because of their Amunah. Their Amunah was so strong in Abba YAHUAH. Their hope, then they trust in YAHUAH, that no matter the threat of the king can get to them. Just today, for example, is still an emperor, Emperor Constantine of Rome, Roman emperor, is the one that changed the worship of the Shabbat day to the venerable day of the sun. Everybody today are obedience to him. Obedience to him, the man that has died and left this earth for over 1,000 years. They are still focused on what he has programmed in this earth. Doing happy Sunday everywhere. The day of the sun, the day they worship the sun that YAHUAH gave as light, that YAHUAH created on the 4th day of the week. You must not bow down to any idol. They turned the sun to an idol. Now they are now today in their Gregorian calendar, they are calling it Sunday. You must not bow down. That is the command from Abba YAHUAH. You must not. And you see the servant of YAHUAH that takes YAHUAH's command as their life will always obey YAHUAH's command and disobeying a man's programming and man's command. Man's command means nothing. Anything that goes against YAHUAH's command, that means I'm going to go against you to the end. If that will cost my life, so be it. But I know that nobody in this earth can kill me. And that's what I always know. No human being, no demon, no spirit. You must get this conviction. This is my conviction. Nothing can harm me because I carry the creator of life in me. How can you kill the carrier of the creator of life? I am the living temple of Abba YAHUAH now. Because Yahusha has made me the living temple of Abba YAHUAH. How can you kill the living temple of Abba YAHUAH? At that time of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Yahusha has not come and made us the living temple at that time. It shows your strict obedience. But now we carry YAHUAH. The Ruach Kadash lives in us. How can you be afraid of man's command that goes against YAHUAH's command? Anything that goes against YAHUAH's command is non-negotiable. I will never compromise in this life. Not any life. Never. That is why you must constantly trust in YAHUAH. It's your trust that matters. Your trust in YAHUAH. So the Rabbi YAHUAH Sabaoth.